Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Always, and welcome back to Omnifactory. In the last episode, we started exploring around this town, this infinite city, and cleared out this area. At least for the most part, this building is pretty safe. And so this is our base of operations, and we need to now go out in the world and get some stuff. We need to go find iron for one, which might actually take a while, and I need to get more food. I had to kill a couple of some unfortunate pigs, but yeah, so there is, we have a little bit of a farm set up just to kind of get things started. Hopefully we'll get some more stuff sooner rather than later. And a lot of things is just trying to get situated so that we can actually, work on the fun part of making a big factory that has all the stuff we want and playing around with GregTech in a way that's not that difficult. So, because GregTech can be somewhat difficult. Anyways, I went to this building during the night, and there is definitely some stuff down here. I'm pretty sure there's a spawner underneath here. Yep. And there is something underneath there. There's a lot of things underneath there. What is this? Oil sands and coal. And there's a spider. So there's also a chest here, which is good. There is some food. Oh man, that's the most important thing right now. And there's probably a spawner. Alright, so I want to grab just a little bit of... Right, coal doesn't turn into coal. Alright, so if we want to make... some things... So we have tetrahedrite and copper down here. We've come down here before. This is where we got... some of the ores we have already. How can we get that? If we smelt it, we can turn it into coal. Okay. So you know what? Let's actually head right back down there. And I want to grab some of this coal. We're going to just jump into kind of the thick of it. And I guess right here, we're going to just get a little bit of all this stuff. And collect some ores. So I believe what I was doing, to kind of talk about that for just a second, was I had used our scanner, and the scanner had said there was a ore vein around here, and as you can see, there is a lot of ore. Yeah, there is a spider spawner in here. Do I see any flickers? But there is definitely a spider spawner in here somewhere. Just see if it decides to spawn. But yeah, so we have ores everywhere. And eventually, there it is. It's in the corner. It's right there. Alright, so our inventory is full. Whoops. Let's go ahead and put this chest back down, and I'm going to put the cobwebs in it, because I don't really care about that. And the gray terracotta, even though it looks brown. Okay, so we have a little bit of stuff. Let's take this back to the base. There's string there too. I don't want to leave anything just kind of laying around. We'll put the... we could not make bread. Oh no, we can make bread that way. Okay. Never mind. So our little area where we mined, we got all the blocks there. Cool. Let's break this open. And there's plenty of stuff underneath here. I want to grab... We're going to grab the blocks. So back up we go. And we're going to just dump all this stuff off at our base. And I'm actually going to get a little bit of the coal cooking so that we can have, coal and be able to use that. So we have coal, stibnite, copper, tetrahedrite, plenty of oil sands, which this stuff is, well, oil. We can get oil sands dust and then use that later. So let's get like 1, 2, 3. We're gonna get 3 coal cooking up for now, and then we'll get more coal later. Put all the spawners in there, and everything else we need to start moving. This is gonna be like armor and all that kind of fun stuff, and I'm gonna actually put another furnace down, and we'll get going on that kind of stuff here in a moment. But I just want a little bit of coal. We're going to take 2 of these. I'd like to make some torches, just a few. And we can get 8 each. This will be slow, but we're going to go walk around for a little bit, so it's not going to matter too much. So let's put all this stuff away. We want to keep the food, and I'll have to organize that later. Not a big deal. But we have plenty of food now. Is there anything else I want to take right now? Not really. This stuff can go in here. And you know what? Let's grab 2 more. Make some more sticks. And we'll keep the sticks on us as well. So, okay. If we scan, there is the gigantic node of stuff there, and that's all I really see around here. So we're gonna walk around for a little bit. I want to make sure. Yep. Journey map. We do have home. Okay. So I guess let's just head off in this general direction. We're gonna want food. Let's eat bread for now. And every once in a while we might want to just do a scan. There is something right here. There's a big vein of ore right here. So we're gonna, it makes it kind of hard to see, not gonna lie, but we need to see what this is. It is something different. What do we have? We have gold, and there we go. That's iron. Magnetite. That is 100% iron. So we can grab some iron here and not have to worry about it. So I'm going to put right here a journey map marker that says gold / magnetite. Something like that. And we're going to just grab a little bit of it. We're also going to get some iron ore. Cool. Straight up iron ore. And we should be able to, we're also going to get gold and lots of fun things. Now later on, we're going to be doing something kind of cool. A little bit special, to be honest. So how much do we have? We have good bit of magnetite, which that turns into iron. We can pulverize it and get better stuff later. That's what I'm looking forward to. You can do a lot of really cool things. So GregTech is notorious for being partially overly difficult and partially just kind of silly with how much stuff you can do. So what I mean by that is like all these different types of ore. So vanadium magnetite, let's just look at that. The uses, we can smelt it into vanadium magnetite dust, or we can pulverize it into crushed vanadium magnetite ore, magnetite dust, and stone dust. So this stuff we can then hammer out into impure piles, or we can pulverize it or wash it. There's a lot of different things we can do with it. But we can get this impure pile of vanadium magnetite dust. We can then centrifuge it to get the pure dust and some vanadium. And then we can electrolyze it to get magnetite and vanadium. The magnetite we can turn into iron dust and like all sorts of stuff, or turn it into some nuggets. And there's just so much stuff we could do with literally all of this stuff. And that's the like cool part of GregTech is like there's all these different ores, and there's a lot of different things you can do with each of them that will give you different things. Now, some of that stuff is, well, honestly, completely useless. Other stuff is super useful. So there is a little bit of like kind of planning involved, and there's a ton of machines that do a ton of different things, and there is some just flat out iron ore. That's just some Minecraft iron ore. I don't know if there's much more of that around here, but I think there is just some normal ore generation as well, but it's mostly the veins. The veins is what we're going to want anyways. I don't know how useful this stuff is going to be, but we're going to need a lot of iron here at the beginning. Then once we make some of the machines and whatnot, things will get more interesting. There is something down there. What are you? Lignite. Alright, there is a good bit of it, but not that much. Okay, maybe there's more than I thought, but there we go. Bunch of lignite coal. Why not? Let's get out of here. And one other thing we need to do is find some sheep. I would really like to make a bed. Not that it matters too much, but it would be useful. Also, this area, we're gonna kind of terraform the area around us, and probably take over some of these places, like this one, just for, you know, space and whatnot. I also kind of want to explore the subway system a little bit, but I have a feeling that it's really dangerous down here. I actually don't know if there's spawners down here or not. I guess let's look around a little bit and see what we can find. Oh boy, that goes on a long ways. So that's something we'll take a look at later. Not today though. We need to get cooking. We're going to be making a bunch of iron and then turning half of that stuff into wrought iron, which is slightly better. They're both used for different things, so it's good to have a little bit of each. But we have some coal, we have some gold, andesite, cobblestone, iron ore. We're gonna keep that. We're gonna keep the magnetite on us. We're okay with food right now, so I'm not gonna worry about that. We have some coal ore, we have some lignite coal. Alright, so let's take a look at all of this stuff and see what it's useful. So, vanadium, we can turn it into magnetite dust, and then that turns into a few ingots of, or nuggets of iron, but not very useful. So, I think we're going to pass on that. Iron ore here turns into iron. And that can be turned into other things, like you have crushed iron ore and nickel dust, like, and there's a bunch of different types of pulverizers that have different like levels and whatnot. So there's a lot to this, and we're gonna be kind of remaking things, I think. But we can smelt that up for iron. Can we turn this into tiny coal? Haha, we can. Cool. So let's get like a bunch of this into tiny coal. I'm gonna keep some of it as normal coal. And let's just split this up. So there is 7 iron. Now what are we going to need? For the quest, we need 12 of each. So if we can get more, that'd be nice. So this stuff also turns just straight into iron. So we'll get that cooking. And then this stuff, the magnetite, we can turn straight into iron, and then later we can turn it into crushed magnetite, which we can ore wash and all sorts of stuff. So cool. I think we'll cook most of this stuff up too. So we're starting to get some iron, And that's going to lead us to better furnaces plus mining hammers, because we're going to run out of these hammers eventually. But we have quite a few right now, so that's nice. Let's get more furnaces. More furnaces mean more speed. Let's take like half of these. And get some more. We do want to keep a little bit of everything, so I do want to... Never mind. I was going to take those out, but we do want to keep a little bit of everything. There's a reason for that, and I will get to that later. So we have 12 iron. Let's split this up. And let's actually start cooking this stuff up too. So, yeah, we're going to want to kind of keep a supply of all of the ores we collect. And there is a very good reason for it, and it has to do with the scanner. So the scanner has different upgrades. These different modules, which circuit boards and gold wires, it's going to be a while before we can get to these. We're going to need lots of things. It's going to be complicated. So, and GregTech is going to make this very complicated, because rather than having like 2 or 3 different things that we're going to use, for example, these gold wires. Typically, you would have like, you know, you can make a plate, and then you'll have wire cutters, and then a hammer, and maybe like one other thing. Nope, not GregTech. You have screwdrivers and files and hammers, and if you want to make screws, you need to use the file. File makes, you know, you're going to need hammers, and there is a ton of things that you need to have. If you want to make a plate, it's just a hammer. Hammerheads require, you know, one thing, and there's just so many different tools. And you can make the tools out of basically any metal. And the problem with that is, well, they all have different abilities and durabilities and like levels. So like you can hit something with a iron. If you hit something with an iron hammer, you might make plates, but you might need something harder than iron to actually do anything. So there is that like what's useful, what's not, what can do what type of thing. And so it is definitely complex. We'll leave it at that. So yeah, what we'll eventually want to do is I believe we can use scanner module blocks and use that to find specific blocks. And if we keep one of all the ores, we can then go and find those specific ores in the world whenever we want. So let's grab this. That will do the quest. It is just retrieval, so that is going to give us some Omni pennies. So Omni pennies are going to be useful eventually. We're going to be able to buy things. There is a store, I do believe, and we need a stack of iron for that. So the end game is basically, it looks like getting all of the different elements. So that'll be fun. But we just unlocked a lot of things. In-game tab. So in-game tab may be open for you, but if it's not, it will be soon. This might seem a little a bit premature, but it has its reasons. These are requests for full stacks of many of the materials in the game. Those are the materials you'll need to synthesize Omnium, the basic in-game resource. I heard that. Quiet out there. Alright, it's the pack's way of letting you know what materials you should be prepared to mass produce as you approach the end. Of course, it's not necessary or even advisable to try to finish all up these quests the moment they become available. Some will be incredibly easy, like iron copper. Others will be brutally grindy at early tech levels. Rewards are all the same, 25 Omni coins each, so use your best judgment on which ones to complete and which ones to ignore for later. Okay, I understand. So we'll get some more Omni pennies. That's nice. What else we got? Charcoal. Smelt wood logs to get charcoal. We've already found a vein of coal, but it will be good to get charcoal too. So let's go ahead and make that. And we'll get back to that momentarily. Worktables are going to be something we're going to be using a lot of. Iron furnaces. These smelt items faster. 50 ticks faster, which is like a couple seconds. Fuel efficiency remains the same for all furnaces. So we can just upgrade this guy. It's just 8 iron around a furnace. We'll probably do that later. Currently we have a lot of furnaces, so it's not that big of a deal. Alright, we completed the charcoal one. Mining hammers. So mining hammers offer a relatively cheap way to mine areas much faster. So we look at mining hammers. It's pretty easy. It's just 5 pieces of whatever you want to use. So that is actually pretty nice. We can make copper, we can make iron. Obviously, diamond is the best, highest durability. You are just so loud. And so we can do all that kind of fun stuff. Best are diamond and platinum. Platinum is 2800 durability. Diamond is obviously the best. So stone is cheap. But we can make it pretty easily, so that's good to know. This is just a checkbox task telling us about things, so let's go ahead and complete that. Yeah, mining hammers is how we're going to get most of the stuff, probably. We're going to mostly use mining hammers until we get a good way to mine ores. I don't know how much automatic mining will do, just because I'm not usually a fan of automatic mining. I like the Minecraft aspect of going and mining, but eventually we'll probably need to do some automatic mining because we're going to need a lot of things. Cool. So, starter tools. One of the eccentricities of this pack you'll need to get used to is the way the tools are displayed. Most tools can be made out of nearly any metal, like I said earlier. There's a huge display of options. Every combination of every tool with every material. Pattern to make the tool is always the same, so just arrange plates and it gets in the same manner. Rods go where rods, and you get the idea. Only restriction is that tools must be made from the same material. You cannot mix them. So you can't make iron and copper. You have to make full iron or full copper. So the correct type of tool, ignore the tool material, just make whatever you want. For now, make them a normal hammer. Hammers can be used to turn 2 ingots into plates. Plates can be used to make a file. Files make rods, and all that. And we're going to use the work table because we're going to be making these a lot as they break. Until we can get to the point, all of these things will eventually be something we can use a machine for. So, for example, if we take a look at the hammer, doesn't matter what the hammer is. The hammer is used to make plates. That's the main thing, and a couple other things, pipes and whatnot. We can also make, a bucket. We can make buckets using an assembler. Might be easier just to use the hammer, but there's other ways to do it. Weighted pressure plates. I guess some of the stuff we're gonna need the hammers for, but one of the big things is if we want to make a plate, we can use a hammer, or we can use eventually a compactor, or a compressor. Compressor will probably be the best. And cutting saws for some of the bigger stuff. Extruders will make plates as well. So there is a lot of different ways to make this stuff. We don't actually have to use necessarily the plates and whatnot. Let's also get the iron furnace. And yeah, so wrought iron is probably your best bet for a tool material right now, but better materials will become available as we progress. So we have to make a bunch of things. There is the hammer, file, saw, wrench, screwdriver, wire cutter, and mortar. So we'll get to that later. I'd rather make the work tables. We're going to need to make 4 work tables. Work table. Now these are super duper useful from forestry, and most people don't use them. When you try to craft each item, you'll realize you'll go insane. It's recommended that you use work tables to encode the production chains for things like tool circuits, machine casings, and more. If you're doing things right, you'll likely have a dozen or more work tables in short order. Load up a table storage area with necessary materials, batch craft items when necessary. The satisfaction of clicking one button and getting 12 circuits is worth the setup. So, work tables. How bad are these to make? It is a book, a crafting table, and a chest. That's it. So, crafting table, chests, and books. Now, we're going to go get those. And we're going to do it the easy way. We're going to go explore and collect stuff from buildings for now. And that's going to be probably the rest of the episode. I am going to get a bookmark of all the different things. I love this feature, by the way. This is one of my favorite features in newer mod packs. But we're going to just go explore for a little bit. And the next episode, we will start working on making tools and whatnot. I will probably go ahead and make some more things in terms of like, what do I want to say? I'll get some more stuff together. Go get some more iron, probably. And all that fun stuff. I do need to find sheep. Sheep would be really nice to have. Alright, so we have books. We need more chests. We could also just, chop down some trees. But that's boring. I don't want to do that. I'd rather go into these dangerous buildings and fight things. At least potentially. So this is the roof. Nothing up there. I hear a cauldron. That'll be nice. I'm just going to take basically everything I can. And I think most of the stuff is downstairs. It looks like it. Alright. So here is the question. There's a spider. And I don't know if this is, spawners necessarily, or if it's just darkness. Because it could just be darkness. Certainly gets dark down here. Ooh, a brewing stand. That's kind of cool. Another furnace. And that's where it ends. Okay. So no chests in that one. That's kind of a bummer. And we can always make more torches and all that fun stuff, so I'm not too worried about that. There's a lot of horses around here. That is a pathetic well. Let's see. Anything else? Seems easy. Not any of these. So, I guess this building is flooded. And it doesn't look like it goes any farther down. That is our building. Ooh, an enchanting table. Let's go grab that. I will take that. That'll be nice. And there is probably a ton of spawners in like all of these. We're gonna go up. Anvil, another brewing stand. Not seeing anything else. I mean, I'll go ahead and take this stuff. It'd be cool. I wonder. Can we break the anvils down? We can later. We can also smash things with the anvil, which is kind of cool. Alright, this building decided to stop generating after this point, so there is a basement. Looks like there's 2 basements. And this one has coal ore. The brewing stands don't have anything. We can't really use them, to be perfectly honest, because, you know, not having blaze powder. But we can take this stuff and this breaks open into a big area. But I hear skeletons right here. And I bet there's a spawner over in this area. Just want to grab the stuff and get out of here. Alright, so it looks like if we want more stuff, we'll have to make... There's some iron over there. We'll have to make our own chests. That's not too much of a problem. So, I will tell you guys what. I'm going to go ahead and end the episode off here. Next time, we will start working on... I'm just going to go around, gather some trees up. There is a chest in there. There's also a spawner. 2 spawners. Spiders. And more spiders. Okay, cool. And a chest that has some iron in it. Ooh, that's always nice. And a bucket. Ooh, that's really nice. Okay, so I'm going to come back over here for this. And probably grab, you know, the books. But how did I get in here? There it is. I'm going to have to kind of sleep for the night or, you know, just hang out for a while. So I will go ahead and get a bunch of stuff together. Some wood. Probably get some more food going at some point. And definitely get this guy organized. So we can start working on making a little bit of everything we need. So I'm going to do that. And next time we'll start doing a little bit of crafting. We'll start making some work tables and go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!